What they did was they took and they transplanted these stem cells. They're called interstitial cells of Cassie, which turn out to be kind of how muscles are formed, and how they found out that if they can transplant those, which are basically stem cells, into the stomach muscle, the function will return. So yeah, and that seems to work really well. If you're interested, that at Wake Forest School of Medicine, and it was published in Stem Cells Translational Medicine, and that's a Dr. Prabhash and a Dr. Bitar. But where we are with stem cells. Okay, now remember, there's two real sciences going on. There's the science that doctors and scientists read about, and then there's the science that they know, because their technology, everything. They are way ahead of us in multiple things, and they have all these other science. But anyway, the science that we know. We know that a stem cell can become anything, which is why if you have a chronically fermenting population of cells, it's very risky to just get stem cells, especially embryonic stem cells, which most people wouldn't do just out of a morality issue. Except, what they do, there's the way around that is when we talk about fertility clinics, which are kind of weird, but in fertility clinics, they stimulate, they overstimulate hormones, and the woman produces all kinds of eggs, and they mix it with sperm, and they come up with like multiple different embryos. And then they pick one and then implant it. And so the other ones they just throw away. Very, very weird, but that's what happens. Anyway, embryonic stem cells are not to be used because they can become anything, and they will become cancer. All chameleons. The stem will become where you put it. You put stem cells in the heart, and it's in the environment of the heart, it becomes a heart. You put it in the liver, it becomes a liver. You put it in the kidney, put it in the stomach, it becomes stomach. That's the way stem cells work. So they have, one of the ways they do it, for example, I remember many years ago, before I moved away from the greatest country in the world, where you literally a cardiac cripple. You can't walk because you don't have the energy to walk. So we found out that there was a place in Mexico. So you went down to Mexico. They did a cardiac catheterization. They put it up through his coronary artery, right into his heart, and it restored it. I think we got his ejection fraction. In other words, the amount of blood being injected from the heart was like 15%. Not enough. Went back up to like, I don't know, 50, 60. It was amazing.